This is Jam Nation.
With Jonesy and Amanda.
As we woke to the news on Friday morning that Queen Elizabeth had died, one person was at the gates of Buckingham Palace. It was Angela Bishop from Channel 10. Hello, Ange.
Hello, Jonesy. How are you?
I'm great. It's strange doing the show by myself, but we're soldiering on regardless. I will ask you this, though. How were you there on the spot so quickly? I noticed that a lot of TV stations are scrambling to get their people there, but look at you. You're there.
Yes, I'm actually back outside Buckingham Palace right now as we speak. I was here interviewing George Clooney and Julia Roberts for their new movie Ticket to Paradise. And having a lovely time. And, and then the news came through and I burst into tears like pretty much everyone else I know and realised it was a case of having to get into work mode pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And it's been a mind-blowing few days watching this nation grieve, come to terms with such a changed situation. And watching the new King Charles III start to put his stamp on things, I guess. Yeah, it's been incredible.
And what's happening now? So we see the Queen's hearse travelling. Where's it heading now? It seems to be driving everywhere.
So it spent the 6 hours yesterday. It travelled from Balmoral to Edinburgh, where it's rested overnight in Holyrood House. Tomorrow there's a service at today our time, there's a service at St Giles Cathedral, which will be attended by the Queen's children, and so King Charles and Andrew and Edward. And there will be a chance for some mourners to see her there before she finally leaves Scotland and heads for London, ahead of those 4 days lying in state at Westminster Hall later this week, leading up then to the funeral next Monday, 11 a.m. our time in the UK, 8 p.m. Australian time. And, it's just going to be a very sorrowful, powerful, historic few days. We're watching history unfold. We really are.
And what's the mood there? Because here, it really is. I went to a few football games on the weekend and there was dead silence. When they did the moment silence for the Queen at the Penrith and Parramatta game, you couldn't hear a peep. So that's here in the colony, as they say. It must be tenfold back in the UK.
Yes, well, it's interesting. As the Queen's casket progressed through Scotland, every time they came to a town, there'd be, crowds of people on the streets, but it was totally silent. You could have heard a pin drop as the hearse went past. So just this lots of respect. You might remember when Princess Diana's hearse came back 25 years ago from Paris and drove through, that wherever the car went, people were throwing flowers on top of it.
Yeah.
And it was quite dangerous for the driver. So they actually specifically asked that no flowers be thrown as the car progressed through Scotland. And I've never heard of that as a tradition before. I think it's something that just people spontaneously did with Diana.
Yeah.
So instead there was just this very measured, respectful silence every time the car went past.
Absolutely extraordinary. And will you be staying over there for the funeral? Will you be covering?
Yes. Yeah, I'm staying here all week. You're just seeing some incredible things. Seeing William and Harry and Meghan and Catherine walking together at Windsor, which was a complete surprise to absolutely everyone.
Sure.
Gave you hope that maybe, in this time of grief and sorrow, that there could be something good that happens, a rapprochement between those brothers. Wouldn't that have made the Queen happy? There's these sort of things. Just witnessing so many incredible things.
I like how Charles had to ring William and say, mate, invite your brother along. I like that.
So we're here, yeah. So we're here.
Well, Angela, you're doing a great job. Maybe you can do an interview with someone else while you're over there, get the most of the Channel 10 dough there, so they're not just like sending you over there to goof off.
That's a good idea, yeah, because I've definitely been goofing off.
Of course you have.
I only broadcast 12 hours non-stop on the first night.
Angela, it's always a treat. I know you work as hard as anyone. You can catch Angela on Network 10, Studio 10. Angela Bishop, it's great to catch up with you. Thank you.
You too, Jonesy, and send my love to Amanda. I hope she gets over the COVID soon.
Well, will do.